The 996 edition of the MMA Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Underdog. Underdog is hooking up new customers. Play just $5 and get $75 in bonus funds when you sign up with promo code MMASGPN.
Howdy ho, DeGenerinos. Welcome to episode 996 of the MMA Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network. That's dedicated to Prince 182, one of our friends in the Discord. They're discussing a common thing that you see on the internet and on Discord: staph infections. always leading up to fights. Everyone's always trying to look for staph infections on fighters. So,
did you see Justin Gaethje's
yes.
Excuse for the proposed staph infection?
Ingrown hair is what he said.
He said ingrown hair on the neck, which, by the way, that's a pretty big hole for an ingrown hair. I gotta say,
that's what he said.
Then the thing on the lip that people are highlighting, he said was a piece of brisket he was eating.
That's so funny.
Yeah, so that's where we're at. Brisket and ingrown hairs.
That is so great.
That could be our nickname. Really? I could be brisket and you could be ingrown hair.
Welcome to the Brisket and Ingrown Hair Show. I am Ingrown Hair, Jeff Fox. That is Brisket Vreeland. We got to have fun because we're talking about light heavyweights today, right? I was trying to rack my brain. Who's the champ again? I was like, is Ankalaev a middleweight or is he light heavyweight? Those two divisions kind of morphed together for me.
You forgot about him getting KO'd.
Yeah, but yes. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah. So who is the champ, Gumby?
Alex Pereira.
Yes. See, I thought it was.
This is another perfect example of and we talked about it yesterday with Kamzat. Like, what do you do here? Because on one hand, Pereira looks like he's going to stomp everybody in this division, right? Like, are you rushing out for Carlos Ulberg futures right now? Because I'm not. You know, I don't think he stands in trades with Pereira and looks good doing it. So like there's that whole piece of it, but then also like, will he still be in the division come April? Like maybe April, if you get it on Pereira right now, it might look like a dumb play. So he seems discontent with the UFC, content with Tracy Cortez. I don't really know what to do with him.
Content with Tracy Cortez. We have so many good episode titles here, Gumby. I don't know what I'm going to use now.
Brisket and ingrown hair, I think.
Brisket and ingrown hair. You also said that's a pretty big hole, which is a good name as well. And then content with Tracy Cortez. So if it was a live show, I would have people vote for it. So I remembered Ankalaev winning, and I thought, I'm tired, Chad. I think Pereira already beat him again, and yeah, he did. But Pereira always gets his belts back after he loses it, which is that's a very rare thing to happen. So kudos to him, especially at his older age.
It's usually just like a small slip up, right?
Yeah,
it's like he messed something up, and now he's got to go fix it. Although he won the middleweight one and then gave it back up, weirdly too. But that Ankalaev fight, I was like, why is he backpedaling so much? What is he afraid of? And then when he stopped backpedaling, he knocked him out in 2 minutes. So
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I can just do this. That's true.
Yeah. It's hard for him to shoot a takedown and hard for him not to get punched in the head if I just march.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. All right, let's dive into after. I remind you can get access to all of our free picks and podcasts in one convenient place, the SGPN app. Download it for free in your app store. Just type in SGPN. So yes, Ankalaev is our champ. Not Ankalaev. I'm saying it again. Pereira's our champion. Gumby, you had Pereira. You hit it. Minus 125. Congrats.
Yeah,
I had all 800. So I took a big swing. Ulberg, decent pick. He didn't look bad this year. He didn't do enough to get himself a title shot, but he's all right. He maybe he'll be 2026. So that is the futures. Gumby hit a big winner there. We haven't hit a heck of a lot of our futures.
Me, I'm hitting more.
Yeah, well, there you go. Because as you said a few episodes back, nonstop belt changes this year. So
I think the other problem too is the old way we used to do this. It was like take one pick and that's it. That's all you got. And I don't think anybody out here is playing the futures market and trying to figure it out by being like, I'm going all or nothing on XYZ, which is sort of the approach you see to us sprinkling around here.
Yeah, which probably leads us into you telling people the rules. If they have been negligent and they have not watched our previous episodes, they should watch and or listen. Actually do both. And Gamble will tell you what we're doing a little different this year.
Yeah, go back and listen to the previous 9 futures episodes we've done, and make sure you tune in for tomorrow's episode. But this year, instead of trying to nail down one future pick that we really like, we decided to treat it a little bit more like real life. So each host is going to start with $2,000, and we're going to spend half that on best bets, which is odds below 1,200, and half of it on long shots, which are odds greater than 1,200. So 1,000 in each of those two categories. And we have to spend money in each of those categories for every single weight class. So we can't pass on a weight class or pass on long shots at lightweight or something like that. We have to spend at least a little bit of the money everywhere we go. And then on top of that, bets are going to be seen as bonus bets so that the payout doesn't include the stake. That way we aren't sitting here looking to just get our stake back. We're looking to do extract some value here. So that's the rules of our new futures game that we thought hopefully has made this whole thing a little bit more interesting.
Yep. And money wise, I have $85 per division left for my best bets. Gummy has 50 per division, so he's got to sprinkle a little less here. As for fights booked at light heavyweight that actually are meaningful at the top of the division, we got Dominic Reyes. Yes, he's back in the title picture versus Johnny Walker. They're fighting.
Sort of. He just got killed, right? He just got beat up really bad.
Finally ended. Yeah. But it's light heavyweight, so you're one fight away. UFC 327 in Miami, which is April, I think, right? Because Nikita Krylov, Modestas Bukauskas, they're fighting in Vegas later this month. So obviously they're a few fights away from title shot, but they're in the mix at the very least. And I think that is it. That really matters at the top. Nothing for the champ yet, and it's me first this time, isn't it?
It is you. It's you first this time.
All right. Yeah, it's Pei is the best fighter in the division. I don't see anyone that I would pick over him currently. The question is obviously,
will he be there?
Will he be there? If the UFC decides they want him to fight at heavyweight, will they strip him of his belt also? Like they strip people, it seems, when the fighter decides on their own to move up. But what if the UFC says we want you to fight heavyweight at the White House card? What if
he said, he recently posted that he wouldn't be fighting at the White House card, I think, which was like a little public negotiation piece that he was doing. But my guess is that might very well be the reason. Is they were like, hey, we want you to go up. And he was like, sure, I'll do that. And they're like, and we're going to take your belt away. And he was like, go shit in a hat. And,
another good title.
I'm full of them today. Yeah.
But yeah, it's not just you lose your fancy belt and you can't say you're a champ. It's financial, obviously a big financial hit if you're not the champ.
Maybe who really knows in this day and age anymore where you can't
but I wouldn't put it past the UFC saying, well, sorry, you're not a champ anymore. And you could be like, well, you took the belt away, not like there's a whole bunch of agents fighting super hard for the fighters. Most of the agents are working.
I don't even know if I know who his agent is either.
Yeah. So. Yeah. It just seems most of the agents are actually UFC based agents that actually work with the promotion rather than the fighters. But anyhow, that's not my problem. It's fighters' problem. All right. I'm still going to pick Bahia. Here I see him at plus money, which is nice. I see him at plus 150. Do you see?
I got plus 200.
All right. I'll definitely take him at plus 200. No, it's just, I don't think he can't be my lone pick here. Obviously he's going
to be my lone pick, but I'm almost out of money.
Yeah. He could slip in a banana peel and lose his belt, and or he could, like we said, move up and get stripped. I will take most of my money on him though. Give me $60 and pay up. Plus 200 is actually a good number. Maybe give me more. No, actually 60 is good. Save some money for the big boy. $60 plus 200 pay out.
All right, I'm almost out of cash here, so I'm going to take all 50 of my light heavyweight best bet money and put it right on Pereira. That plus 200. It's the exact opposite of what I talked about last time with Khamzat Chimaev, where I was like, I just can't get behind negative 275. I can't get behind negative 300 on a guy who doesn't seem interested in defending his belt at all in the first place, and sometimes just doesn't fight. And here with Pereira, it's almost the exact opposite. Like, the guy really likes being called champ. He really enjoys that. In addition to that, he's moderately active, so it's not like they're going to strip him. The only question is does he go up a weight class? And at 500 better of odds, right? You go from negative 300 to positive 200. I mean, like that's a difference maker for me. He's in a better position than Kamzat and has way better odds. So I'll take it all on Tejeda.
Okay, cool. What about the Tracy Cortez jinx? Brian Ortega. I know you still pick him to win, but he's not been the same.
Was he in a better place when he was with her?
No, that's the thing. That's the thing. I don't
think was Brian Ortega ever in a really great position other than that guillotine he had Alexander Volkanovski in?
Yep. I mean, so you're finally going to quit him, Gumby? You're finally not going to pick Brian Ortega?
I mean, I still like Brian Ortega. I think he's, I know you give me crap for him all the time. He's just a bad matchup for a lot of featherweights and lightweights. Like he's tricky on the ground. He's got decent wrestling. Notoriously, I picked him to beat Yair Rodriguez, which I might remind you. He's got some left in the tank, but he's like a stylistic enigma for some people, and something that's way too easy to solve for others. He's also not at light heavyweight. I don't know what we're talking about. Right
yeah, because it's always Brian Ortega time. I see Kamzat at -150 at light heavyweight.
That's the crazy piece.
Like you said, yeah.
He's never fought there. He was a welterweight.
Yes, he was. Yep. Yeah, I can't. Yeah, that's pretty. Do you see? Is he like the shortest odds on the books you're looking at as well?
Yep.
That's crazy. That is crazy. All right, I'm not taking that.
It's helping us get good odds on Tejeda on the other side.
True. All right, I got to see if it's not Tejeda, then who? Not Ankalaev. He's never going to sniff another title shot. They
might trade him.
Yeah, exactly. The Dominic Demetrius Johnson method. All right, give me Yuri Prohashka. Give me $10 on him. He's still short odds for us. I see him at +600. Do you see him better than that?
No, that's what I see.
Okay, $10 +600, just because he's always former champ, always right around.
They're talking him up as the next guy to fight for it. Which
all right, well there you go. Actually, let's bump it up. $20, Gumby. $20 on him. I'm living large today, and then I'm going to take let's take $10. Carlos Ulberg, another guy on the come up, but he is older though.
Probably should be next.
Yeah. He's already like 35 or something. So he definitely is the guy that
it's light heavyweight. That's young.
Yeah. Yeah. But definitely a guy that they should not be slow playing. And they go to Australia so often now. You can see him stepping into a fight in that area. I think he's New Zealand though. Is he not from New Zealand? I don't want to.
I just say Anzac now and say
Anzac. Yeah, I don't want to step into that landmine again. I see him at +800. Do you see him better than that?
Nope, that's what I see too.
Okay, cool. All right, that is it for me, and then the rest I'll save for the big boys. We have more plays, though. Don't you go anywhere. After I tell you about Kalshi, we just partnered up with Kalshi, a real money prediction market legal in all 50 states. In all 50 states, you can trade tons of markets and sports, including NFL, college football, college basketball, NBA, NHL, and more. Plus, you can even trade props like first touchdowns. Besides sports, they have tons of other markets, including politics, entertainment. Hell, they even have the weather you can make plays on. Kalshi, you can trade anything. Check out Gummy's weekly articles on sportsgamblingpodcast.com. He'll give you some ideas on stuff that you can make plays on over at Kalshi. And important part, new Kalshi customers get $20 when you use our promo code SGPN. So remember, that's Kalshi, KALSHI, promo code SGPN. And of course, we're still brought to you by Underdog. Underdog is your home for pick 'em entry, so you win up to 5,000 times your entry. Underdog always has new offers on. They just finished up Underdog Unwrapped. I assume that's over now. The holidays are over. I assume they have a new one up and running currently. Regardless of what they have going, Gumby has a winning play for you.
Yeah, Bulls up against the Heat on Thursday night. They got no Josh Giddey. Jalen Smith still banged up. I think he's got a concussion now. It means it's going to be the Colby White show. So give me the higher than on Colby White's points against the Heat.
And Underdog's got a brand new offer for new customers. Play just $5 and get $75 in bonus funds when you sign up with our code MMASGPN. All right. Gumby can't quit the Bulls, just like Brian Ortega. All right, Gumby. Light heavyweights. Do we see any funny odds first? It's a funny division.
I thought you were getting right into the long shots. We're gonna go funny guys first.
Juicebox Walker +100,000. Oh,
yeah, but he's all right.
I know the Pleasure Man is at +100,000.
Yeah, I mean those are long.
He's not still in the UFC, is he?
Yeah, he is, isn't he?
Is he? He didn't get cut yet. And then I think.
He might have gotten cut. That might be an actual one. Juicebox is still in there though.
Yes, yes. No, he's.
And did he win a fight too? Are you not going to guy who wants to?
Oh yeah. He's on the come up. He is on the come up.
He's on the come up.
I think it's you first, right? For the long shots.
Yeah, he beat Rafael Cerqueira, by the way, which is not even a real win, and he was the only guy to not knock him out in the first round.
Not on the come up.
Yeah, it is what it is. I decided to spread it out here. I'm gonna use 120 of my remaining bucks here. Yeah, my remaining 250. So if I use 120, that'll leave me 130. Is that what I got right here? Okay. So I'm going to spread it between 3 different guys. First one, I'm going to take Azamat Murzakanov.
Yes.
I haven't been a huge believer in Azamat Murzakanov, and it also seems like perhaps the UFC's hatred of other Russian light heavyweights might possibly make it harder for him. But he is a lot more fun to watch than Magomed Ankalaev. So, like, if they were considering getting Ankalaev back in there, they might just go Murzakanov instead. But regardless of whether or not he gets boosted into a title shot or not, 25-1 is just kind of way too high for me. So I think there's value there. I'm going to take $40, Azamat Murzakanov.
I will take that one as well. As Murzakanov, definitely the professional, is on the come up. Difficult game to deal with as well for fighters, because he can pretty much do it all. But obviously he's at OV, so he can definitely wrestle. I have $305 left, so I got lots of money left. Give me $100 on Murzakanov.
Yeah, he just knocked out Rakic with that jab too, which is like, I mean, you're knocking people out with jabs. You're the anti-OV Russian, the one they're trying to stay away from. So I did it last year, and I'm going to do it this year as my favorite long shot too. I'm going to go Zhang Ming Yang. I know he's coming off the loss to Johnny Walker, but it was a fluke, right? Like, it was a freak injury that I'm a little worried he won't come back quick enough from the injury, and being a Chinese fighter, he might not get enough fights for that to matter. But he is 80-1 right now. And I had him last year, I think, at 100-1. I just do believe that, like, he's good enough to be a champ in this division, if not right away, like sometime in the future. So at 80-1, I'll take him at $40 that he finds his way to a title fight at the end of the year.
Yep. Makes sense to me. Let me see anyone else. I think Jamal Hill. I guess not. Gumby. I guess not. Let me see. Let's go way off the range here. Let's go Navajo Sterling. Probably he's more of a 2027 guy, but who knows? Like I said, the UFC goes to Anzac area quite often now. He's undefeated. He's young. He fights, like I said, out of the right area. Give me $50 on Sterling. I see him way down at plus 15,000. Do you have better than that?
No, that's as good as you're going to get from me. 150-1. And I'm going to throw 40 more down here just to close it on out here.
Yep.
How about $40 on Khalil Roundtree? 100-1 right now on Khalil Roundtree. 10,000-1 or plus 10,000.
Yeah,
I know he's lost 2 of his last 3. One of them is to Alex Pereira, who very well might not be in the division come tomorrow, right?
Yep.
And one of them is to Yuri Prochazka, who he beat the brakes off of for 2 rounds, right? Like, he really did take it to Yuri Prochazka until he didn't, which was the 3rd round. So, like, if Prochazka is the guy who winds up winning the title, the vacant title when Pereira goes up, it might only take a win from Roundtree to find himself back in that fight, because it was such a good first fight. So, I mean, I could see Khalil Roundtree kind of playing spoiler and getting his shot in there. And at 100-1, you could do a lot worse than that.
Yep. All right. Excellent. I still have $155, but
you're gonna save it all for heavyweight?
I guess I have no choice, so I'm gonna save it all for heavyweight. You're done, right? Also,
I'm done. That was my last one.
All right, cool.
That should leave me with 130 tomorrow.
You got it.
And $50 in best bets, and we got to empty the
bank. I got 80 and 155. Yeah. All right, let's do it. All right, before we talk more light heavyweight and get your prep for heavyweight, we are brought to you by Novig, as Novig. Novig is America's #1 sports production market. Novig, you're getting the best prices because they have reduced juice on bets. Download the Novig app and get $50 when you spend $5 if you use our promo code SGPN. Get in on the action with Novig, promo code SGPN. And Rhythm has crushed NFL this season, especially on props. They've been really good at identifying when to fade players and take those unders. College basketball is up and running, and with 300+ schools, Rhythm has predictions for every game, every night. Pairs nicely with the daily TCE shows with Mac, Colby, and Noah on our network. the college experience. So every game you are prepared. Super easy to sign up, run predictions off the house model, or make your own and play with the sliders. With so many sports and life in general, this makes it easy to get an elite prediction. That way you can focus on other things. Gummy's going to give you elite prediction. It will not be the Suns. Won't be the Thunder covering over the Suns, because that's
I messed that one apart. I'm going to take the Bulls. I'm going to tell you to take the points though, because look, they're up and down. They're good some days. They're bad other days. They are missing Giddey still, but somehow that makes them a lot better on defense, I've noticed.
Amazing.
So
Amazing,
yeah, I don't know how that happened, but I'll take them to cover the spread against the Heat.
Coincidental. That's all it is. Use promo code SGPN25 when you download the Rhythm app for 25% off your first month. Download Rhythm. That's RITHMM. Promo code SGPN25. So I was kind of positive about middleweight. Light heavyweight, a little less so with the up-and-comers and stuff, but older fighters can actually make more noise in this division. First of all, book our year. The best light heavyweight year possible this year for the UFC, Gumby.
I mean, if we're doing it on merit alone, I kind of like Carlos Ulberg versus Pereira instead at the top. I think that would be a really fun fight for me. And then, Prochazka can fight. Man, who can Prochazka fight? You don't want to run it back with Khalil. Man, I got to pull up the rankings here just to. Yep. I help make the rankings, by the way. But exactly. I still have to pull them up here in order to talk about this. I don't know, Prochazka Ankalaev, right? Yeah. Maybe. Or Prochazka Murzakanov. So at least you get a guy out of it. Right. And then maybe Roundtree Ankalaev.
Volkan Ozdemir is in the mix again too.
He told me when I interviewed him recently, he's never more than 2 fights away from a title fight, which
it's true.
I love the confidence. You know who I want him to fight next? Has he fought and or beat Jamal Hill yet? I feel like that's a fight maybe we've already seen. But it feels like we've already seen it.
Yeah, he would knock his head off.
Yeah, that's why I'm booking it. Yeah.
Hill's defense is pretty rough.
I just looked it up. I don't think he fought.
No. Yeah. How about Bogdan Guskov? You high on him? Who'd you like to see him?
I don't know. He looks so bad when he's grappling, though. Isn't that the thing? Because he got wrestled like crazy by Volkan Ozdemir, right? Ozdemir just like ragdolled him. Yeah. So I'm not like really rating him all that highly. He's still like a few fights away and like proving that he's well rounded for me. But I would say that's probably how I would do it. I would let Ankalaev fight Khalil Roundtree, and Yuri can go down the rankings a little bit to try to pick up a win over Murzakanov.
Yeah. All right, 2027. Navajo Sterling, Zhang Ming Yang, are they?
I'm actually not real big on Navajo Sterling.
No,
I think I picked against him in his last fight, and I wasn't. Yeah, I mean, I wasn't not validated by his performance against Rodolfo Boleto. I didn't think he looked particularly good in that fight. People who I'm hyped on that are young, Yakyaev is nasty. He looked really good in his lone fight. Granted, they gave him Cirquiera. Dude, Zhang Ming Yang is still only 27. Yeah, I mean, he's wicked good. Ivo Baranovsky looked really good in his debut. He's up to 1-0 and 7-0 overall. Outside of that, man, I don't know. I'm trying to look through this list of names here. Modestas Bukauskas is still young, I guess.
You can kind of slow play in light heavyweight, at least age wise. It's a shallow division, but it's very top heavy in terms of age. So not a heck of a lot of young fighters. So we probably mentioned Omar Sy. Do you like him?
No, not really, because he looks with Alonzo Menefield dealt with him pretty easily, right? And like that's the kind of guy you need to beat in your step up fight if you're gonna make any noise, right? And I don't know if it's a learning experience, but he's kind of the opposite problem I have with Navajo Sterling. Like Navajo Sterling is a really good striker. I just have no idea what he can do on the ground or if he can do anything on the ground. And Omar Sy is almost the exact opposite. Like, dude, if he can get you down, he's pretty deadly on top. And then like when he couldn't get Alonzo Menefield down, he was like a fish out of water. So, like if you could put those two together, you'd have a real prospect.
Yeah. Well, we should look into that. Get in the lab, people. All right. That's probably enough for light heavyweight. Tomorrow, the big boys, heavyweights, and then we can actually start breaking down fights again, starting on the weekend. In the meantime, we shall be in the Discord, sportsgamblingpodcast.com/Discord. Probably talk about staph infections. Where else will we be? YouTube, of course, MMA Gambling Podcast. Twitter, SGPN MMA. He's at Gummy Reeland. I'm at Jeff Fox Writer, at Jeff Fox Writer on Instagram for me. Substack for me is moneymma.substack.com. Gummy's got a Top Turtle MMA podcast. He interviews fighters and people adjacent to fighting. This week it is LFA fighters.
Yeah, Isaiah Gomez and Josiah Harrell both fighting at LFA 224, which is one of those fight cards we'll be breaking down next week.
So check out Top Turtle wherever you get your podcasts. And of course, we're at sportsgamblingpodcast.com, sportsgamblingpodcast.com/store to get your merch, sportsgamblingpodcast.com/Patreon to get some bonus content. One more weight class left. Tomorrow, heavyweights. Will be the Mountain Tiger, Jeff Fox, Rudy Vreeland. We'll talk to you then.